want me smaller, I want chat bigger. Come on. I don't need to do mod view or whatever. And, hopefully everything's working well on y'all's end. Kind of see what's up. There I am. Repping the redeemed shirt tonight, Ephesians 1:7, because I am redeemed in Christ. I hope that you are too. And so today we're gonna be doing our back. Don't have to move the bench here in a minute. We're gonna be working our back today. Did legs Friday. So we'll be working out tonight. We'll be working out Wednesday night, and then hopefully again on Friday. We'll see how it goes. I don't ever make no promises, but that is my schedule for the week. Want to let you know. So 6:30, Monday, Wednesday, Friday on most weeks, with the first, the second, and third. I forget what Mondays, but 2 Mondays out of the month I'm not able to work out. And so that's why my schedule gets a little jacked up. If I ain't on here on Monday night, then I'll be on here on Tuesday night. How about that? That work for you? Join my Discord. You might get some notices. I actually forgot to pop it up there today to say, hey, I'm going live. I got to get that automated. Been playing around with StreamerBot, trying to figure that out. And once I get that working, I'll be able to get some Discord messages up there when I go live, and get some automations happening and all that good stuff. And so, anyway, like I was saying, today we are working our back. Good strong back. We talked Friday with the leg day about being foundation, doing our legs, being a foundation. Today is our back, which helps keeps us straight, alert, upright. You know, and I don't know if you like me, sometimes your back just be giving you problems, right? I have a little bit of sciatic issue from time to time as well, but it's all right. We're gonna get it done. Today was presidential inauguration day, where Mr. Trump was sworn in once again. And also, it is Martin Luther King Day. So we're looking at the idea of leadership and wisdom. And this past week, past Sunday, just yesterday, I preached on Proverbs 2, and we'll look at it here in a little bit. And Proverbs 2 talks about the importance of wisdom and seeking wisdom and sort of digging for it like gold, you know, like treasure. And so that's what we're going to kind of talk about tonight, the importance of having wisdom as leaders, and the right kind of wisdom, and what it accounts for our integrity and ability to inspire and encourage and all that good stuff. Because I really want to talk more about Martin Luther King and King Solomon out of the Bible as well, and those leaders that have really stood up and stood the test of time as far as being leaders of integrity and wisdom and seeking unity and all that good stuff, because Christ desires us to be unified. As a church, we are to be unified together, in unity together. And we can do more in unity than we can do separately. So with that, let me pray for us real quick, and then I'm gonna go over here, get the old 5 minutes of cardio going, just get kind of loosened up, all that good stuff. So Father, we thank you and praise you, Lord, that you do raise up good leaders. And Father, we pray that you help us men and some women that might come on here and watch as well, that you might raise us up as leaders if that's what you called us to do. If not, just help us to respect our leaders and love and pray for them. And so Father, I pray that you'll bless us during this workout, give me strength, give us energy, give us words to encourage us. Let's have fun with it. For it's in your name we pray, amen. So that's it. I always want to have fun on here as well. And so, yeah, I'm sitting here looking at my video there, man. I'm like trying a couple different things. Not 100% happy with it tonight. What's up, Driven? What's happening, brother? Glad to see you on here with us. You know, you dropped in on my INNOVATE scene whenever I was away from the computer as well. Just trying something there today, trying to do a playlist, let it play out. You know, while I was trying to play around with StreamerBot a little bit too. I hope you've been having a very blessed day. And yeah. So today is back day. And we're also talking about leadership and wisdom. So let's go over here. One of the first things we will do is get warmed up, right? Because it isn't wise to go about working out and not being warmed up. So we're gonna go over here. So I tried to add a little bit of light over here. I don't know how well it'll work, but we'll see. Bust out my Strong app here. I always say a Strong app is a good app. It's free. If you need a good workout, app, it is the one I suggest. Hit the start button, it starts timing me. I pull it up here on the Apple Watch as well, so I can get my little circles. You know how that goes, man. Get your circles all filled out. And so let me know if the music is behind, the background music is too loud or anything like that. Y'all let me know. I did up my mic volume just a little bit. I did up the music volume a little bit the other day, because when I was listening to it, it was just a little bit too quiet. It's like I really had to turn it up a bit to hear it, and I want to find that balance, you know. It's always about balance, trying to find, speaking of backs, trying to find the hearing me talk and the music not being too much to take away from that. And I don't like having the dead space either. I think I got my metal music playing on there too. No, not everybody's into that. I am. So yeah, I'm listening to some Bloodlines right now. Avail. Awesome, awesome worship metal, I would call them. And anyway, if they can get another track now, I don't know what this one is coming up. Like I always say, I think this is Convictions, another good Christian band. I always say, you know, I'm listening to YouTube's super mix it puts together for me on the YouTube music app. That's why I've been streaming my music for a few years now. So I got that going in the ears for two reasons. One, we don't want no copyright strikes, right? And two, my wife don't like my music, y'all. Yeah, so it's better to keep it in my ears, not have it all out loud, bothering her or anybody else. And so I use Epidemic Sound for my background music, for my videos and live streams. And but yeah, so I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Maybe you got to have the day off today, maybe you didn't. I was blessed, I got to have the day off. I'm very happy with that. But you know how it is, man, you take a day off or you get some time off, and you plan all these things you want to do. And number one, I woke up a little late. And then I got down here. I didn't plan on doing the Innovate replay stream today, but I had my Restream app up. I think I either had it already up or it hit me. I was like, oh yeah, they got a playlist program. I ain't never used it. So I was like, well, let me put together a little playlist of past sermons, or I was wanting to do full services, but the video files were too big. And thought I'd replay it. So I put 10 videos together, all on purpose, and using your gifts and abilities, serving. And so put those on there. And I was saying, well, one thing, it'd be good just to let it stream. And maybe new people that, you know, going to Innovate Church, when we're doing our worship services, you know, not everybody's able to be on Sunday night at 6 o'clock Eastern time when we are. I was like, maybe it'll hit a few other people, you know. I mean, it's never about me. It's just me having the opportunity to put God's word out there. And maybe it speak to somebody. And so Driven and Lucis, they both stopped in, lurked for a while, hung out, chatted for a while. I was in and out of it all day. I had to go get groceries, I had to come home and cook and all that good stuff. And like I said, I was working on the streamer bot. I didn't realize, so I had a little trouble Sunday with the worship service, because I noticed I'm like, none of my stream element stuff was working. Hey, Lucy, I think that's you. My phone, my computer's way over there, iPad, whatever. So if I see the yellow, I think it's you. If not, forgive me. But I realized what I needed to do was reauthorize my channel to get Stream Elements working because it wasn't working Sunday. And so moderator wasn't able to do anything. I didn't see none of my timer messages coming through. And so, but man, I got to get this fixed. And so when I logged out to get ready to make sure to switch it over to the Pastor G count, see how out of breath I am after 5 minutes. I realized then, I was like, oh, it needed me to reauthorize. Nah, that's still you, driven. Man, it looked like there's some yellow typing on here when I was over there. So forgive me. Didn't mean to call you Lucis. But anyway, so you know, technology, right? Even this here, I see my video ain't real smooth tonight. So I think that's because I'm actually using the OBSBot software with its virtual camera pulled into OSB into OBS because it wasn't accepting the camera feed for some reason. And so I see it's just a little bit stuttery. It ain't bad, it just isn't quite where I'd like it, you know. I mean, if I had my best thing set up, I'd have my Sony camera over here. I'd have it at the desk and be using it because it like blurs everything behind me, all that good stuff. But it don't follow me around like this does. And so this is handy for me, right? Yeah. So while we catch our breath, catch my breath, let me share with you a little bit from Proverbs chapter 2. I'm going to read it from the New Living Translation. Like I said, I spoke on it, taught on it Sunday. Feel free to hit me up on my VOD or on my YouTube channel for Innovate Church. It's there. If you aren't following Innovate Church on Twitch or YouTube, go do it. We'd love to have you see what we do. And I'm always looking for help. So if you're a musician or video editing, or if you just want to mod, stuff like that, we can always use people like you. You know, somebody that can hang out, even lurk, and help us draw other visitors in, help us draw other people that, I mean, streaming's different because it's not like walking into a church by yourself. But you know, I'm sure you probably do it too when you scroll through channels. You see one pop up, you look at it, see how many people's in there, and if there's only one, I think I'll wait and see if anybody else comes in there, right? And so mods even help out, lurkers even help out with that because it shows somebody is here. And we're getting better. We had a good average this past week, so hoping that continues. And anyway, so again, Proverbs chapter 2, we'll read from the New Living Translation. And the heading is the benefits of wisdom. So think about, you know, what are the benefits of wisdom you can think of? And so this is written as in almost like God is speaking to us directly. But it's Solomon that's writing this one. It says, my child, listen to what I say and treasure my commands. Tune your ears to wisdom and concentrate on understanding. Cry out for insight and ask for understanding. Search for them as you would for silver. Seek them like hidden treasures. Then you will understand what it means to fear the Lord, and you will gain knowledge of God. And so I'm going to stop right there because what I was noticing, or what I learned looking it up for Sunday's sermon, was verse 2 where it says, tune your ears to wisdom here. I think a lot of the other versions say like incline your ear, but to me like incline means I need to be kind of leaning in, right? Well, the Hebrew word that's there can actually speak to sharpening. And you think about sharpening, that kind of goes right into this idea of tuning, right? It's like I was saying, you know I can hear my wife talking to me. I can hear somebody talking to me. But am I listening to somebody? Have I inclined or have I tuned my ear to listen to them? You know, because you think about it, and you want to be heard, right? If you're speaking, You want to be heard. You want somebody to not only hear you, you want them to listen to you. And so that's kind of the same thing. It's like, if you want wisdom, you got to open your ears. You got to be paying attention. You don't just absorb wisdom. You don't just hear wisdom. You actually listen for it. All right, here we go. Get my shoulder raises. Again, I had to be careful with this, but this is a good exercise to get my shoulders warmed up, get shoulders warmed up. If you don't have dumbbells, straps like these here I got hanging over here on this thing, they work too, or smaller dumbbells. I got me some 2-pounders right there, my wife's. So this isn't about building up anything, it's about getting warm. And I alternate, and I keep my legs bent, kind of one foot in front of the other. My knees a little bit bent. You'll see me kind of bouncing up and down too. That's also, I got music in my ear. 11, 12, 13. I'll do 24 if you do the two hands together. 7, 8, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3. It's the music, y'all. I'm telling you. This is wage war. Man, it's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. And so you think about, again, Martin Luther King Day, right? Think about being able to be in that crowd and hear him speak. You think people were inclining their ear or tuning their ear to hear him speak? Man, I bet so. Let us remember, he was a preacher, y'all. Good Christian man that was out to seek unity among people, the blacks and the whites. Just wanted equal rights, right? And believed that God had created all of us in his image, black, white, red, yellow, whatever. And so everybody is of infinite worth to God. And so he was trying to drive that point home, and that's why we remember him, of course, all his activism in that. And of course, he was eventually murdered for that. But, I can imagine listening to him speak and wanting to hear every word, especially those that were of African-American descent or of black descent and were really being inspired and encouraged by his message. I mean, they was listening for sure. And I'm sure I would have too if I was in that situation. That's one of those ones you kind of wish you could have heard, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, halfway. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It's all about control still, although I ain't stopping. I'm controlling it down there. 7, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. I usually do 2 sets. Again, it's just kind of a warm-up set anyway. Get those shoulders ready. Get the blood flowing, get the muscles loose, get the joints loose. A little lubrication in there, right? I forgot, I always do that. I put them down, I forget about my flies with them. I do back flies. So let's go pick them back up, right? We can't quit now, y'all. We just getting started. Little demon hunter, yep. That's it. So let me walk over here to my OBS real quick. I always hate to do this, but I just gotta look at something. So my video goes off. Don't worry, I'll come back. I just wanna see if I can get OBS to pick it up without doing the virtual camera, because I just don't think it's that smooth. It ain't like it's supposed to be. Let's see. I don't know why it's not wanting to pick up like that. Okay, that's all right. Let's go back to the virtual camera. All right, it is what it is, right? Sometimes it just is what it is. Let me turn my heater off while I'm over here. It does get a little chilly. I love my basement. Trust me, I love, love, love my basement. But it does get a little chilly down here. And in summertime, that's good, right? You want chilly. In the wintertime, not so much. So we got some chilliness coming. We got some below freezing temperatures. Actually, it's probably below freezing right now, but they talking about teens, and possibly single digits for some people. So this here, try to keep my back straight, bend my knees out to the side. Try to pinch the shoulder blades back. I don't usually do 20 of them. I realized like halfway through, I'm like, about like 16. I'm like, ooh, I don't normally do 20. I normally do 12. I usually work them in between the front raises. But this time here, I forgot, y'all. Sometimes that happens. But so, back to the Proverbs real quick, so I got that highlighted too, right? And so again, the idea is actively, intentionally listening. And as a leader, that's what we need to be doing. That's what we need to be praying that our leaders are doing, right? We want our leaders to listen and seek wisdom. You know, they gotta, that's one thing about Solomon, is he prayed to God. He said he wanted wisdom to be able to lead the people that were now under his control or part of his flock, so to speak. Me as a pastor, I want wisdom to be able to speak into the hearts and minds and lives of the people that I'm supposed to be looking out after, my own flock of people. And so he says, cry out, in verse 3, cry out for insight and ask for understanding. Now, I don't know about you, but I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I'm not the best person about asking questions. Too often I'll hear something, I'm like, I'll figure it out later. When really I need to be willing to step out and say, excuse me, could you repeat that? Or could you explain that a little bit? Curiosity is a great trait of leaders from what I hear. And sometimes I don't feel like I'm curious enough. All right, 12 this time, I ain't doing 20. Again, make sure you use them back shoulder blades. Get it up. I'm about to go on. I'm doing 14 there, y'all. I'm losing count. Oh no. My earplug about to fall out. Earbud about plugged. But back to the whole wisdom thing. To be wise, you got to ask questions. You got to seek understanding of what you don't already know. And I know a lot of us, in our faith life, we're battling things, right? Troubles, trials, all that good stuff. And so sometimes we need answers. We don't understand why God's allowing some things to happen or why something isn't happening for us, that kind of stuff. And I don't care about that. And so we ask God, right? Why is this happening to me? That's one thing about the Psalms. All throughout the Psalms, I just read one the other day. I wish I'd remembered it for you. but where David himself is crying out to the Lord, wanting to be heard, wanting himself to be heard, right? Oh Lord, are you hearing me? Like, I need you to hear me. I'm not getting an answer. I need you to hear me. That might have been on this morning. I don't know. Me. Sorry, I'm gonna sing to you. No, we did a song. No, wait a minute. I forget. I'm a couple days ahead, so y'all have to forgive me. So we're doing the Bible in a Year program. If y'all don't already know that, using the Bible app. Yeah, this is it. Psalm 13. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I take counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all the day? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? And he cries out. I can hear him kind of like crying out this. Consider and answer me, O Lord my God. Lift up my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Lest my enemies say I have prevailed over him. Lest my foes rejoice because I am shaken. I mean, that's just one of many Psalms where the writer, and this is probably David, this is the writer is expressing this idea of crying out to God. Oh God, how long are you not going to answer me, right? And we don't know. We don't know why sometimes he don't answer, he don't respond, it seems, whenever we need him to. But he will. In his time, we know he will. And so I want a leader that cries out to God, seeking wisdom and understanding from him, instead of one that says, oh, I know everything, right? I want somebody that puts other people around him that are smarter than he is, so that then he can learn from them, hopefully. All right, here we go. First time I've done this, my light's on. It's just right there at my hand. It'd be all right though, we'll work around it, right? It ain't gonna bother much. I still wish I could do wide grip, but I ain't gonna try to hurt my shoulder right now. We talked about goals. What did we do last time? I remember last week was a little weaker. I think the week before that we did 8. Last week we did 7. Be shooting for 8 again, right? Let's get that strength back. Usually it's like you have one good week, then you have a bad week. Let's not have 2 bad weeks, right? Here we go. I was gonna get that 8. I was gonna get it. I was like, you ain't shutting me down at 7, I'm getting 8. Whew. I got it. I had to kinda recoup, get that extra jerk up in there, but I got it. Sometimes you gotta work at it like that, right? Yeah. Wolves at the gate, baby. Old school wolves. Man of sorrows. Blistered feet, bloodied alone, walked the streets a man unknown. Battered face as he adorns. A mocker's curve, a crown of thorns. A tree designed for his demise. Cursed, maligned by guilty cries. The nails and hammer they did meet. 2 in the hands, 1 in the feet. Risen up, put on display for a guilty mob to scream and say, crucify, crucify. The people yelled to crucify, he must die, he must die. Without a fight, he did comply. Whew, get my breath. I do not know the pain you felt, or lowly service as you knelt down before such lowly men. You served and washed their feet. Who was this man they sent to die? Many still could not reply. Betrayed and sold by his very own, with a kiss, he met the needs of thousands fed, healed the sick and raised the dead. My God, the man did say, have you forsaken me this day? Bleeding, dying, words were few. Forgive them, Lord, for what they do. Grasping breath, they heard him say, it is finished. Lay below the ground, you knew it couldn't hold you. They thought that you were bound by nature's laws. He's risen, he's risen. For the veil that was torn in two and the darkness that would ensue, a symbol, alas, that the debt was finally paid. When the stone was rolled away, he was no longer where he lay. Surely our King had risen from the dead. Oh, and on we're singing out for all to hear us. This is not a simple story. Our lives are for your glory. Beyond my words and written pages, your song across the ages. Bam, yeah. That's not really one of their metal tracks, but man, you see why I love it. Because it's straight, biblical, truth, pronouncing the gospel, sharing it with people that wouldn't be going into church or wouldn't be typically hearing this kind of music. That's why I love my metal. That's why I love some of my rap. Because they're using their gifts or talents to be able to spread the gospel to people that wouldn't normally hear it. That's why we on here. Spreading the gospel to people that wouldn't normally hear it. You do your thing, use your outlet, use your gifts, your talents, your passions, wherever you are. You never know who you're going to impact, who you're going to speak to, whose life you're going to change because they hear the gospel. All right, so last time we did, hold on, I just looked, thought 5. Can we do 6? I said last time I was a rep down every time. We're gonna try to get that rep back, right? Gotta set that goal. Let's see how it goes. We did it. See, I had to get that little tiny back up in there. But we did it. I got that 5. Wait a minute. I got 5. I didn't get an extra one. I got 5. I forgot, I should have been going for 6. It's all right though, it's all right. Back to our proverb. Talking about finding wisdom. Verse 4, that if you seek it like silver and search for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. So again, that idea of seeking, and the word seek carries with it, according to commentary I was reading, the idea of digging. And so again, you're seeking for something. What are you doing? If you lost something in your house, what are you going to do? Especially if it's got value. The TV remote, right? The phone, the earbuds, maybe your wallet. You're going to go seeking and pulling up everything, couch cushions off, bed cushions out of the way, under the bed. That's what I'm talking about. You know, are we into the Word of God? Are we seeking His truth? Are we seeking wisdom from His Word? Are we doing more than just sitting there just reading the words on the page? Or are we inclining our ear to it? Are we crying out for understanding? And are we really digging in, seeking what truth it is He's trying to share with us? So how do you do that? We'll get to that in a little bit. But back to the leader thing. I know MLK had some men around him that supported him and would speak wisdom to him as well. He didn't walk around like he had all the knowledge. He listened to others that were on the street or others that were like in Alabama or wherever it was he was going to, and he would prepare himself to enter into that town or that city or that place for the questions and the people he was going to be talking to and talking about. And so he was one that was also seeking the Word too, because he would share scripture in some of his speeches. And so he was using the Word of God to help drive home the equality issue, how we are to love one another. And one of my favorite quotes is that hate doesn't drive out hate, only love will overcome. That's what Christ did. He overcome all the hatred of the world for us because he loved us. His love conquered death. His love bought us an eternity with him whenever we, in return, love him back. I want a leader that loves the Lord like that. 4 reps. A little stretch in here, right? A lot of times I used to do this, ain't done it in a while. Hadn't thought about it honestly. Just kind of stretch those lats out a little bit, right up under there. Now then we can get that muscle stretched out, get it ready to contract back down to pull us up. The last time we did 4. Got to get at least 4. We're gonna strive for 5. Strive for 5, right? It's not like we're going for a championship. Strive for 5, man, yay! That's it, let's do it. All right, hold up, got itch. Never fails. All right, here we go. Ready? Not getting 5. Got 4.5. Feel better than 4, right? But I ain't counting no half. There ain't no half stepping. Big Daddy Kane, y'all, back in the day. Don't make me break out some old school stuff, I'm telling you. Ooh. This is my other quandary here. I always got to find my right place for my bench. This was my battle last time. Trying to figure out exactly where I need it. Because it is row time. Row. Row your boat, yo. Alright. Sorry, y'all. If y'all ain't used to me, I'm sorry. Sometimes it's just like it. Sometimes it can be all crazy. Oops. I get my little... What'd I do with them? I should be leaving them over here, not bringing them over. What'd I do? That's all I did. Where's my little strap at? What y'all do with it? Because it ain't hanging on there. So my little pulleys, everywhere else they hang from straps. I could have swore. My cat might have got it, y'all. I got another one though, there ain't no problem. But I don't like losing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now we got the wrap going. Either Hovey or MTM. Where did it go, yo? All right, let me turn my track off because I gotta walk over here. Stay there, camera. Yeah, see? What do I do with it, man? All right, oh, they did follow me over there. See, you ain't supposed to see my mess over there, y'all. Sometimes it'll lose me over there. So this is my little strap. And man, I like to know where the other one went. And basically I take it up here, put it around the bar, like so. Up here like that. And then we'll grab this pulley system. Unhook it. All right, come on. There we go. Oh, and my little rubber thing just unhooked. Really? All right, here we go. Pop that right there. Put that back down on there like it's supposed to be. Put the pulley up here. Pop it right through there. That's the only thing I need to get me a setup. Where this is like always right here. Where I ain't gotta worry about trying to move it every time. That's the only thing with when you're trying to do it at your home gym though, man, you gotta work it out, right? You gotta work this stuff out and make it work for you. We can't always spend a fortune on our gym space. So everything you see that I got right here come over time. Now, I did do it a little bit quickly. I did come into a little bit of money to help me out. But I decided, I was like, man, I want to invest in it. And I always share, you know, Amazon rack, Wal-Mart plate. The only things here that's really, I'd say, better than beginner, it's my bar, which is the bells of steel, raw bar. Means it ain't got no coating on it or anything, it's just raw metal. Bearings on the end. It's a couple $100, I believe. My rep bench, which is near $300. Those are more than this is. And so, you don't have to have it. I didn't start out with it, I started off with that bench. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I gotta get my 2x4 over here. Again, you come over here, you see my light right here. This is my color light, my RGB. Give me a little bit of color on my wall. It's not bright enough to really give me a lot of purple, but it's enough to make it not look so white, right? And that's kind of my goal. I just wanted to get rid of some of the white. 2x4, I don't even remember buying it. Actually, I probably do. I think I built a dog ramp. That's leftover scrap. And so, again, you build up stuff, right? You use what you got. Dumbbells, you can find them on Amazon or Facebook Marketplace, stuff like that. Get them on the cheap. Ask people you work with. That's where some of mine come from. I had a few people at work say, "Oh, I got a dumbbell at home you can have." I said, "For real?" They said, "Yeah." I said, "Man, that is awesome." They hooked me up. All right, so I love back day, y'all. Might have shared that with you before. I don't know. When I was younger, it was all about the chest. Once I got older, it's all about the back. I guess I need to keep that hook on here. Get rid of that one and put this one on there. I know what I did with this, so why I got it on there. But sometimes when I go to put my rope on there, if my tricep push down, it's hard to get locked back up on here. We're gonna do that right there for now. And so again, this is rigged up, man. This is how I gotta do it. Get my row in. So row I try to bring back to about the middle of my chest, maybe a little bit lower. I can't go extremely heavy with it still. For one, I'm afraid I'm gonna put my rack over on me. We just got 180 pounds hanging on the back of it, so it ain't too bad. And then just kind of get the right angle here though. Under 12. Man, I'm happy with the bench placement. That worked out well. Last week it seemed like I was fighting with it. I was struggling to find that bench and put it in the right place. This time here worked good. So what kind of, when it comes to leadership, what's important things to you? I mean, if you had a top 10 list of what you wanted your leader, what kind of traits you want them to have, what would it be? What would your top 3 be? I think biblical examples. Now again, Solomon seeking wisdom because he wanted to lead right. I think about David, who was humble for years, didn't try to overtake King Saul, still respected and honored the king that was trying to kill him as God's anointed when he still honored him and didn't take revenge on him when he had the opportunity. And then when he was young, you know, time and time again, he displayed courage in the face of opposition. Caught the finger a little bit. In the face of opposition and those that did want to kill him, he did stand tall. And he always did it in the Lord's name and giving the Lord credit, giving the Lord praise and glory and honor for what he would use David for. It wasn't about David being stronger or better or smarter. It was about him being an instrument of God. So a humble leader like that, but yet courageous. Those would be some of my top 3 for sure. I think about those. Abraham, Old Testament, walked in faith. He did doubt some. He did make some wrong calls. But he did what was asked of him. Moses being another one. All right. So I did 2 more reps on that one than I should have. Sometimes that'll kind of mess me up as I go into the next one. We did 8 last time. We're gonna try for 8 again. See what we do, right? All right, let me get back down here and get planted again. All right, here we go. Ready? Rah. Got our 8. I'm happy with 8. So one of the important things when you're doing rows like that is I let it get a full stretch. I let it pull me almost off the ground, really. But then I first pull my shoulders back as I'm getting ready to pull the cable back. Because again, you want to work in the middle of your shoulders back there. The close-handed row like that is good for the center of your back. It's the pull-ups and lat pull-downs that work your lat area. Speaking of the name, lat, right? So, yeah, I'm happy with that. That was good. Get 8 on that after going 2 extra on the first set. I'll take that every day, man. We're gonna add just a little bit of weight to it. We ain't gonna go crazy. We got our 8 there. So last time we only added 10 to it. I think I'll just do 10 again. That 8 was a little hard. Last time we got 6. So we'll try that again. See if we can get 6 out of it again. Amen. Got some sleeping giant going in my head. The worship for an audience of 1. Another great band with great lyrics. God honoring. Now he leads, Tommy Green leads Holy Name. Yeah, Preach Corps. Gotta love the name of it anyway, Preach Corps. Now we got War of Ages. They're another one that's usually pretty biblically straight. Yep. Man. If I had long hair, it'd be like the metal musicians you see now, you know. I gotta be careful on that. I'll hurt my neck. I'm 50 years old, man. I'm too old to be banging the head. But I do it though. Don't get me wrong. So back to Proverbs 2, verse 6. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. What's the Lord's mouth today? In most cases, the Lord's mouth is his word. It is his word that he transferred to man to write down and record for us. A lot of people don't understand the Bible to begin with. They think like, one or two people sat down and just wrote. And nah, man, they were inspired to write certain things. Some of them were history, like the first 5 books: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy. What am I missing? Numbers. Well, I knew I'm missing one. Moses wrote most of them, so you can kind of attribute one person to them. Possibility of some other hands in it from here and there. Then you got the prophetical books that are written by various authors. You got the Gospels, who are written by multiple, at least 4, who wrote down the actual being with Jesus or firsthand knowledge of it. But you got things like Luke and Acts, where Luke wrote these books. But like the book of Luke was actually written as a letter to a friend to explain to him what was known about Jesus, what Jesus did. And so he didn't even sit down to write that one out as a book for people to read for ages. He just wrote it as a telling, and he says he researched to make sure that everything was accurate. And then Paul, you got Paul, who wrote 13 letters of the New Testament. And again, those were letters to churches that he had helped found or helped start. Church planting, as we would call it today. And so a lot of people don't even understand, they all against the Bible, but they don't know how it was written, how it was put together. All right, y'all, we got, I gotta do this again, don't I? Got 6 last time. I think we can do 6 again. What y'all think? We're doing good tonight. All right, here we go. There goes 6. I'm gonna weight off my 2x4. Speaking of holy name, comes on the radio right now, baby. Ooh, yeah, no, I don't want that. I accidentally added a set. My way. I saw the lines in your face. Through the words on the page, I found my way. I saw the fire in your eyes, but only love in the flames. There was such a passion, I felt no shame. And I knew then I found my way. I found my way. If you want me, come and find me. If you want me, I'm here. I heard the whisper of hope through the tears and the rage, and I found my way. I gave the anguish of life and all the dirt on my name. I swore I'd wait forever, but I won't wait in vain. Because when I listened to your voice, you were singing to the throwaways. I found my way, I found my way. To the mountains of suffering, I'll go my way. If you want me, come and find me. To the face of the Messiah, go my way. Bring your word near, light beside me. To the place called home, I will go my way. If you want me, come and find me. If I have to go alone, I will go my way. Bring your word near, light beside me. If you want me, come and find me. If you want me, I'm here, come and find me. Is that not awesome? And that is like straight up. The music in this ain't like real heavy. It's real guitar heavy and drum heavy, but it's not like, speed metal or anything. And his singing, which got a little auto-tune to it, I believe, as well. But Tommy's singing, and it's just like, it's worshipful. It isn't all screaming and everything. So it's not pure clean. As far as clean lyrics, what I mean by clean lyrics, like no screaming. But it's definitely worship. The whole CD, or Holy Name, is worship, man. It's got some raging points to it here and there. It's got Forget his name right now. Gosh, just escapes me. Lead singer, Demon Hunter on it. Got Brian Head Welch in it. And a few others like that they can get down and get heavy when they need to. But for the most part, it's just good worship. I mean, like right now, I got the double kick going, but he's just singing. Y'all know nothing about that double kick, do you? So it's funny because my music journey has had many turns. And so I've been around the block, so to speak, on what I like to listen to. But metal's been the one thing that's always been sort of a staple, so to speak. Because when I was young, I liked Megadeth and a few other bands, Suicidal Tendency, stuff like that when I was in skating. That kind of helped turn me on to it back then. Metallica, the old school Metallica. I don't like none of that new stuff. Give me some Ride the Lightning, some Master of Puppets, all the way up to the Black CD, I guess. I don't think they've really done anything too great after Black. That's my opinion. Y'all ain't gotta have the same opinion. That's fine. Go ahead and get this one ready for lat pull downs. This is the one I still got to figure out the perfect way to set this up and to do this. And you'll see in a minute what I mean, because I just ain't quite well pleased. Number one, I'm a little light on it. And that's because I got like the other 60 pounds or so on one dumbbell. Let's see, 10, 20, 30. All right, so I think it's like 35 or 40 plus whatever the bar is on the little dumbbells. I can't put these big weights on there because of the way I have to sit in between them. So that's one thing I still got to work out, figure out. When I do that, I'll be happy. Happy, happy, happy. All right, so what I want to do here, I want to get that locked up in there. No, I want to do this. This is where I'm messing up too. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. I don't sweat things too much, y'all. We ain't about perfection, it's about getting it done, right? Get that workout in, yo. Hanging on the Twitch with my friends. Getting it done, sharing the word, talking about leadership, the gospel. Oh no, don't do that. Don't be trying to write nothing I don't want to write. No, quit. Go away. Hitting the wrong button. Yeah, so like I'm not even really tracking the weight on these so much because it's so light. I'll do 12 reps at least. Uh-oh, a little NF. I like some rap too, don't get me wrong. I mean, you gotta like NF now. Here's another one. I liked him before he got real popular though. Before Mention. Mention was a breakout. I forget the name of the first one though. Gosh, just escapes me. Was it therapy session or was it therapy session before? Yeah, therapy session was before Mention. And I think there's one before that. This Outcast, yeah. I mean, that man got so many records anyway. Now, yeah, search for good. Yeah, his self-theme, self-title. Ain't that it? Nah, I don't really know the self-title that well, so I guess it was Mention. That's right. All right, I started off with Mention. And then therapy session, then perception, then search, and then hope. I gotta get a man props, man. He keeps bringing it. That's for real. Where we at? Where we at? Little Devil Wears Prada next. What is that, man? Go away. I just feel the outcast. I just feel the outcast. All right, here we go. Let's get our lats going. Like I say, I kind of got to sit in between them. Not a huge fan of this way, but it is what it is right now. All right, we're gonna go for 12. I get just a little bit of lean back, straighten up, bring it down to about shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got light weights like this, is really, I mean, you should always kind of keep your speed under control anyway. When you got light weights, get all the more reason, take your time. Be purposeful once again, using those lats. Oh yeah. Not too bad, not too bad. Like I said, I'd like to have just a little bit more weight on it. But it's all right, it'll get it done. Just trying to be me, I ain't nobody else. Just trying to be myself. I'm an outcast. I'll just be the outcast. I'll just be the outcast. Just be the outcast. All right, here we go. I know y'all want to be hearing me sing. Plus I dance too. What everybody does, right? Gotta be dancing. It's all good. So where are we at? Where are we at? We on verse 6. I'll see, we're on verse 7, right? We'll go ahead and read 6 again, just pop it in there again. For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity, guarding the paths of justice and watching over the way of his saints. So he stores up sound wisdom. So you can go out there and get all of this so-called wisdom in the world, right? But sound wisdom is wisdom that has been tested throughout the ages. And for God, who is King of the ages, the rock of all ages, right? He has sound wisdom, and he has put it within his word for us to, again, dig out, treasure up, store up, incline our ear to listen to. It means being intentional in what it is that we're doing. Intentional in trying to seek. And again, I say you can't really absorb his word, but sometimes you just kind of want to absorb his word in there, right? Appreciate the follow, Curl Max. Glad to have you on. Hope you're having a blessed day, man. Just on here doing a little back workout. Get a little word in from Proverbs 2, talking about leadership a little bit. So appreciate you dropping in on me, man. Appreciate the follow for sure. Let me know anything, any questions you got, whatever, pop them in there. Feel free to share about yourself, anything you want to share, man. It's all good. If not, cool, hang out. Hey, yo, what's up, man? So, like I said, always in between my sets, some of my sets, not every set, I'll share a little bit of word, a little bit of encouragement for us. And yeah, so if we're looking at Proverbs chapter 2, again, this whole idea, he stores up sound wisdom for the upright meaning those that are trying to live rightly, trying to live in the way that God wants us to live. It says he is a shield to those who walk in integrity. I like that because he is our shield. And in the Psalms, you find the Psalms throughout it a lot that, spam detected. In the Psalms, you'll find it often said that God is our shield. He is our shield in a time of refuge. That's another scripture that's out there. For he is our shield and our refuge. Excuse me, not a time of refuge. I don't know what I'm thinking. It says he guards the paths of justice and is watching over the way of his saints. And so we know, there's other scriptures that also speak to how he watches over those who love him. And doesn't always mean that we're not going to have troubles in this world. That something ain't going to come and happen bad in this world for us. We still live in a fallen world, right? And so he may use such situations for our good. And that's one of the ones where we don't always have understanding. And if we remember earlier in the text, it said that we need to seek for understanding, cry out for understanding. And that's one of those cases we need to. And there's something bad happened to us or happening to those we love, that's when we're really seeking that to understand or really want it, All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Six. Again, taking my time, it's lightweight. 8. Make sure you get that full stretch, full contraction back in. Keep the weights under control. Set them back down gently so I don't scare the wife or the dog. I put headphones on. Cool, man. All good. So welcome, brother. Glad to have you on with us. I hope you don't mind the music choice I got on there either. I always tell everybody when they come on here, man, sometimes I have chill hop on here. Sometimes I got metal going in the background. I don't play the stuff that I'm listening to because I don't want to get, Twitch violated or some copyright violation, whatever. But I listen to metal a lot myself, Christian metal, and mostly, let me say that. Got Devil Wears Prada playing right now through a YouTube playlist, and they used to be Christian. What is it, rock? Oh, it's heavy, man, heavy. And so, but it's God honoring. And I've read, oh, now, this always happens to me, man. I listen to a playlist that YouTube puts together, and all of a sudden they throw a slow one in there on me. I'm like, wait, no. A little Old Sleeper. That's a good track right there, man. So yeah, Old Sleeper, Devil Wears Prada, Sleeping Giant, For Today, Demon Hunter, Holy Name, was just playing a little bit ago. And so all of these are, everybody except for DWP, they're no longer known as Christian band. Still like some of their music. Old Sleeper, kind of the same thing. They're not quite along the Christian vein anymore. Musicians and everybody kind of come and go. And when they do, some of the influences, the faith influences do as well. But good, heavy, good stuff there. And so welcome to my gym, man. Let me know what you think. This is just a little basement gym. And so I was hitting the gym pretty regularly before COVID, getting good at it, getting good and strong. And I've worked out a little bit off and on throughout my life. And I was really getting real good, consistent, good gains, good strength. And then all of a sudden, man, COVID come and gyms and everything shut down, So then I was trying to figure out, well, what am I going to do now? How am I going to work out at home? Done lost all my places to go. And so then I went and got ordered some Undersun fitness bands. So I didn't have none of this stuff. And these are pretty good. They go at about 110 pounds, I think. I got the heavy set, or extra heavy, whatever it is. They go down really low too. And listen to post rock a lot. It doesn't help with workout too chill. right, yeah. Don't want to be chill in my workout too much, man. But it's like even the track here is actually kind of a slower one. I'm like, but it's Old Sleeper, so anyway. But So I worked out with the bands for a little bit. I forget his name. Adam Grange, John Grange, I can't remember his name, whatever. He got a YouTube channel, all that good stuff, and his company produces them. And they will work you. But I don't know if you lift or how much you lift. I know your name's Curl Max, so I assume you work out. You're on here. And but you know, if you're using weights, man, you at least get to kind of measure yourself against what you did last time. And with the bands, that's kind of hard to do. And then plus, I'm trying to make them work for certain workouts a little bit more than I'm even doing here. And so I wasn't staying consistent with it. And finally one day I said, you know what? I'm just gonna start getting me some stuff. I know I like doing squats. I like doing deadlift. I like doing pull-ups. I like doing lat pull down. I like doing bench, all this stuff with real free weights, you know. And so I finally decided, I was like, to do it safely here, I'm gonna buy the power rack. And at that time, I was still trying to go heavy again too. And so I got it off Amazon for like 300 bucks. Mostly do curls, but I work a physical job, I hear you. And so I bought this off Amazon. I don't know if you ever watched the YouTuber Cooper Garage Gym reviews. He put this thing to the test. Dropped, I can't remember what it was, 600 something pounds or close to 800 pounds on the bar across the safety bars on it. And they bent, but they held up. And so I was like, man, if it's good enough for that, it's good enough for here. Plus it fits just underneath my floor joist here. And like I said, the budget wasn't too bad, 300 bucks. And then of course, trying to find cheap weights. You know how hard that is, right? Hard to find cheap weights. Most of your weights are like $1 a pound, basically. And found this Hopro rubber set. I knew I wanted rubber because here I'm in my own basement, got a concrete floor. And so I got them. What I got to do next? I don't even know. I bought two sides. I got $300 something, maybe close to 400 invested in weights. And this is over time, you know, little by little. Shrugs and the bicep curls. And so I had the bench. At some point, I don't remember when I got the bench, the little bench. And then I was like, man, if I'm gonna be lifting weights, that little bench there ain't gonna hold up very well. So I bought this right here to me would be kind of the dream bench for me. It's Rep Fitness. I don't know if you can kind of see, it's all raw metal. It's been clear coated. This thing is bad. Now I think it's good for about 800 pounds or so. And I don't know why I'm putting that back, because I ain't ready to put that back yet. I gotta put the bar on there. And so I wanted to invest in a bar that would handle me plus, because you know most of your little benches are like 300 pounds or so in weight. I'm like, I'm 200 myself. And so I didn't want no flimsy bench trying to do heavy lifts. And the same thing with the bar here. That's a bells of steel raw bar. So ain't no paint. Ain't got no clear coat on it. That's just been oiled. So it's raw, it's strong knurl. And real good bearings in it. So I invested in the things, and that's what you do. You put a little bit of money towards some things, and you invest in the things you really need to hold up. And so the cage had already showed that it holds up pretty good. And move that light out of my way. And I wanted a good bar, wanted a good bench that would hold up. And so I spent a little extra money for the bench and the bar. But again, it wasn't all at one time. And so the elliptical was given to me by my sister. And she put way more miles on that thing than I ever will. And so, and then bought little dumbbells, these little, I bought these, you know, you've probably seen them. Bought these pretty cheap, just so I could have the little free weights to be able to put on the pulley system. And so there you have it. You know, you do all that and you get a little gym. I still need to put up a little curtain or something over here to kind of block out some of junk I got, but it's all right. No shrugs. So yeah, you see, I do shrugs. Now I used to love to do in the gym, have dumbbells to be able to do, you know, heavy dumbbells to do shrugs with. And I ain't got no heavy enough dumbbells for that in here. Ooh, impending doom, there you go. And so now I get a full roll. Now look, you don't take supplements. No sir, I do not. I got whey protein, that's it. And I mean, for me, I've done creatine, I've done arginine, I've done the whole pump max stuff, you know, back in the day. I don't do, or never did do, the high caffeine stuff because I've already had a little chest pain before from caffeine. So I try to stay away from it. Hey, Clippy Land, welcome, welcome. Yes, sir, they are RubberCon, yes, sir. So these are Hopro. You can find them on, you used to be able to find them on Walmart. They were the cheapest I could find for rubber plates. And I looked and looked and looked. And now you can still find some of them on Amazon. On Walmart, they've gone to the Everyday brand. And I was just looking the other day because I was trying to put, I do share these videos to YouTube and I put them in the description. I still got to build out my panels for my workout stuff on Twitch. But so they come in a 160-pound set, and there might be a bigger set than that. But I bought the 160 to begin with, and then I added 2 more 45s, and then 2 more 45s down the road. And 'cause I wanted at least 300 pounds, you know. And I ain't big, no, so that's why you may. So you can tell I don't take supplements. But again, I'm 50 years old, man. I'm just coming back off a little bit of shoulder pain. Still got some issue with it anyway. That's what knocked me out from working out last year a good little bit. Just getting back into it this year. I decided that part of my accountability to get back in here and get working out regularly was gonna be coming on Twitch and doing it live. What about coffee beforehand? I get all my coffee in the morning, man. Now for real, I drink coffee. I get that I do drink multiple cups through the morning. Usually I have one after lunch, but I don't drink nothing. Usually after 2 o'clock, I don't have no coffee. For some reason, it doesn't really have an effect on me at all. I don't do it because it wakes me up. I do it because I haven't found a decaf that tastes as good as my French roast regular calf. And so, but again, I've done everything but stimulants. And man, you can spend a fortune in that stuff too, can't you? I can't remember the pump stuff I used to do. It was like when it was first really kind of getting big. And arginine is kind of this Catula, whatever, arginine. I don't even know how to say the word. And you had to take like 5 of those a day. Is that a fitness watch? Yeah, it's what you call it, iWatch. But I had to take like 5 of those a day, and then the bottle was gone in like 8 days. Yeah, now I get whey protein, but it's cheap. I get $20. I just buy one of those, 4-pound thing. $20, man. I don't spend a lot on my whey protein. I got Target brand protein, man. And that's just to help me get, you know, a little bit more intake in it. I'll have me a smoothie when I get done here tonight. And bananas and fruit and yogurt, and I think my protein is 40 grams, 30 grams, something like that. I can't even remember. Just plain vanilla. All right, let's throw some more weight on here, get the shrug out. I get to talking, man, I forget what I'm doing. That's the way it is, ain't it? So again, I'm not real big, as you see, but I'm trying to get stronger again and trying to be careful with my shoulder. not to hurt it any worse than it already is. And my grip isn't back, I can tell you that. So I ain't got no grip, so I use my cheater straps. Y'all know how that goes. In Europe and can't afford way. Yeah, so I'm in the States. I'm on the East Coast out here. And North Carolina boy, born and bred. But yeah, so once I start going heavy enough on this, I gotta have my straps help me just keep it from not rolling off. Y'all know how that goes. One day my grip will get strong again. But last year I hardly worked out at all. And so I'm like really behind. And my strength. I was going good, had some young guys come over here and work out, and I was better than them. I ain't trying to be better than nobody, don't get me wrong. Now them guys probably outlift me easy. All right. What's my height and weight? So I am about 6'2", used to be 6'3", getting older, getting shorter. And I'm just under 200 pounds. I lost about 40 pounds a little over a year ago, almost 2 years ago now. And cut out, went on a strict calorie diet, all that good stuff. Me and my wife both lost about 40 pounds. And got down to about 185. And at 185, I look old. I look old anyway, but I watch myself in my preaching videos and stuff. I'm like, man, I'm looking old. Now I'm back up to about 195. If I can hold this, I'll be happy. Of course, I'd like to lose some of the gut, which I'm gonna work on, and gain a little bit more muscle. That's always the goal, right? Don't want fat weight, I want muscle weight. But we all know how that is to get it. And so we're working at it. So I've only been back at this regularly for about 3-4 weeks. I got started a week or so before Christmas, because I knew I was gonna be doing this. You know how it is when you ain't been in the gym in a while, ain't been lifting. You gotta go in, get that soreness out of the way. So that's what I did. And then I've been on here at least twice a week, if not 3 times a week. I did make 3 times last week. And then I should make 3 times this week. I'll be on here tonight, Wednesday night, and Friday night. And if you look at my schedule, you'll see I say sometimes Monday or Tuesday. That's because I work for our city. And so 2 Mondays out of a month, I have a city council meeting I have to attend. And so on those nights, I'll be on here Tuesday instead of Monday. Yeah, recovery gets slower as you age, no doubt. I feel pretty good. Now, last week was tough. Excuse me. Last week was tough because I had to do 2 nights back to back. And that's the only bad part. Like if I have city council on Monday night, then I got to work out Tuesday and Wednesday back to back. And I had done, I think, chest on Tuesday and then did legs. I don't know, I think I did back and chest back to back. I can't remember what it did. But either way, man, I was like all day Wednesday, I'm thinking, dude, I'm just gonna have to throw in the towel tonight. But as the day went and as I got closer and closer to time, I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna come on here and do it. And I did it, but I was tired all day. So I tried to set it up where I have at least a day in between. And Thursday nights, we do a Bible study via Zoom. So I can't do it on that night. And so it's like, if I didn't do that workout last week on Tuesday, Wednesday, I would have had to have done Friday and Saturday together anyway to get my 3 workouts in, so. And my button. Hitting Siri with my wristband there. So yeah. So this is one of the few things I go a little bit heavy with. Leg stuff I'm trying to get back into going a little bit heavier on. Like I said, I just have to be careful with the bench press still, because that shoulder bothers me. Oh, figure out where I'm at. Come on, watch. There you go. And I say, because this thing, man, I don't know what happened. It wasn't an injury from working out, just over time it began to bother me. I don't know if it was like sleeping on it wrong or what. When you get old, you find out that you can do stupid stuff and not even know it, and end up hurting by not even doing nothing. And that's basically the way I feel like I don't know what I did, but I did something. And so it's kind of put me back for a little while. I kept thinking that it'd go away if I didn't work out, and it didn't. I went to the chiro, I went to sports medicine. Neither one of them really helped me out much. Sports medicine guy, he gave me some exercises to do, the little bands. I did some of them, and eventually I'm like, you know what? Same thing I'm doing with that little band is some of the same movements I'm doing when I'm doing my back workout anyway. So I'm just gonna go back to working out and just play it smart. Be wise, as I've been talking about tonight. Been looking at 2nd Proverbs, talks about seeking wisdom, and taught on it Sunday. So we're going to continue. So verse 9, then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path, for wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant for your soul. Discretion will watch over you, understanding will guard you, delivering you from the way of evil. That ends in verse 12 right there. And so I was talking about earlier, you know, today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day and the inauguration of the new president, the new repeat president. And so think about leadership. And what do we want in a good leader? You know, we want him to be wise, right? And since I just got done preaching on that Sunday, I don't usually do the same thing here during the week as what I do on Sunday. But I was like, man, whenever I was reading about Solomon and his words there, and then, you know, knowing his prayer to God was for wisdom so that he could govern the people that God had given him to govern. I'm like, that's what I want in a leader. That's what I think all of us want in a leader. A man or even a woman that's going to stand up and seek wisdom and seek to do a good job for the people that they serve. And that don't matter if you are the president, or if you are a city council person, or if you are just a leader in your family. It's still, hopefully your mindset is to do a good job for those that are under your watch. So Mr. Curl Max, you're gonna see me do some curls, man. Don't call me out on nothing. Nah, so I've been doing bar curls mostly. I don't try to, again, even with that, I'm not trying to go real big with, because it does bother my shoulder a little bit. My dumbbells, I've got up to a 25, I believe. And so I'll use the bar instead for right now. But for some reason, when I'm doing this side here, it will kind of pull on that shoulder just a little bit. Gonna do curls too now. Hey. And it's funny because I used to hate the straight bar trying to do curls. Now I can do it with the curl bar, it was fine, but trying to do it with the barbell, it's never really worked for me in the gym, but I like doing them down here like that. So it ain't no, you know barbells, 45 pounds, ain't nothing major. One day I'll put them 45s on here on both sides, right? And I'm sure y'all probably already know as well, when you're doing back work, you, I hear you, man. You work your bicep a lot anyway. And so this is really usually my last exercise I do on my back day. Just get a little extra pull on them. Now we want good looking biceps, right? Good looking bis, good looking tries, excuse me, and traps. What we all want. But yeah, so you know, we want a strong leader. I want to be a strong leader. As well as, I was talking earlier, like King David, who was humble, always giving God the credit for every victory that he won, everything he did. He even laid back while King Saul was king, had the opportunity to kill him, didn't kill him because he was God's anointed. And he just waited, you know. And when his time came, then he was a good leader. He was a better leader than Saul was. And then, you know, we all know him now as a man after God's own heart, right? And that's what I want my leader to be, and that's what I want to be. If I'm seeking God, I'm going to get God's wisdom. If I'm seeking his wisdom, getting his wisdom, I'm also going to seek to do well for my people. Again, I'm going to lead my wife well. If I had kids, I'd be leading them well. I am a leader in work. I try to lead well there. I lead my church. I try to lead them well. All for God's glory, not mine. I saw Trump's reaction when someone tried to kill him. The raised fist. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's pretty crazy though, man. You know, I hate to say it, but it was kind of a question of when. Because he had a knack, or has a knack. I think he may be actually a little bit better, maybe a little calmed down since then too. Of course, I don't watch him. I don't get into the whole lot of political stuff anyway. But he upsets a lot of people. And there's a lot of people out there that they're willing and daring to do stuff like that. And I'm not, you know, I don't know, man. But yeah, he stood up and raised his fist, but I would hope he would be thankful to God for being saved from that. But anyway, I didn't watch the inauguration or anything. I've been busy down here anyway, but it don't matter to me really. And I pray for the leader, but I don't watch a lot of politics today on TV and everything because of how that stuff is. What's up, chill bro? Good to see you hopping on here, man. Hey, jumping on the Twitch with me. Carrying your sword. You see, I got you as a mod, man. Yeah, so we about to finish up. You hadn't been on here to see my faith and fitness, but that's what I've been doing here on my own time. Trying to keep myself motivated, accountable, being on here. And talking about leadership, good leadership, godly leadership, seeking wisdom. I don't know if you saw Sunday's message or not. We looked at Proverbs 2. Talking about that too. Still surviving, my body falling apart. Have you been? I hear your body falling apart. Yeah. I've been doing good. She's been doing all right. She has her moments. But her past couple weeks or so, she's been doing pretty good. She'll have her down times. And but right now she's doing pretty good. And so I'm doing good, man. Get my workout in. That's about done with it. Get ready to go out there, get good shake, shower. All right. Getting close enough to failure where I don't be swinging or nothing. But yeah, sitting here, man, just talking with my new friends, Curl Max and what's that, man, Clippy Land. So hanging out, man. So I decided, you know, like me, Wade, shower what? One stench of strength. I hear you. So me, Wade, and two other guys from the Alpha group, man, we, before the year started, we were finishing up our Bible plan together. And one of the last things, which was from Undaunted Life, one of the last things was about taking care of yourself physically and eating right and working out and all that good stuff. And one of them made mention, I was already thinking about it, one of them made mention like, man, we ought to do something like that. We ought to challenge each other. And so I said, well, hey, how about this? Well, let's commit to doing 3 workouts a week. And that's all I said. And then they're like, yeah, man, 3 sounds good. The next thing you know, it's like, well, when are we gonna weigh in? How much weight we gonna lose? All that good stuff. And so that's where we're at now. They're all losing weight. I've gained a little bit of weight, but I'm gonna try to get it back off. I was just sharing, you know, like I had, you know, I'd lost weight over the last 2 years, whatever. And then since before Christmas, I really kind of went crazy, put on a little bit more. You know, now I got to cut it back just a little bit, not much. I don't want to go back to where I was. I like to stay between 190 and 195, and I'll be happy there. I was talking about how whenever I got thin, man, I was looking at some of my younger, like a video or two from a couple years ago compared to now. I'm like, man, whenever I'd be looking at them, I'm like, I looked a whole lot younger then. And my fat jaws instead of my thin jaws. And so, yeah. All right, let me stop my watch here, man. Hour and a half, supposedly 469 calories. Average heart rate 101. That's good. Not too shabby. So yeah, get the workout in, close my circles. But yeah, some of them's like trying to lose like 30, 40, even more than that, you know. I'm like, man, I can't be doing that. You know, so I'm just kind of being the encourager and also sharing my own struggle. So anyway, so I've been doing this now since I don't remember if I worked out on the 1st or not. I may not have worked on the 1st, I think I worked out on the 2nd. And did a stream of it. I did a practice stream on that Wednesday and then did the real thing on that Thursday. And Shannon was saying my biggest workout need would be to lose my big fat mouth. I hear you, man. Now, how's she getting along too, man? How you healing up? How's she doing? And I know y'all both had your challenges with various things between, like you say, your body and falling and y'all's diet and all that good stuff as well. How's it been, man? Allison been doing good as far as her weight and everything, man. She takes care of herself. She's way more strict than I am on her diet stuff. That's why she ain't gaining no weight, and I did. That's the way it goes, right? I get what I understand. At least I know I'm the one to blame. I can't blame nobody else but myself. I know that. So, yeah, just sharing with them. I think I'll be back on here Wednesday night. Wednesday night will be chest night. We did back tonight. Man, these are things put me like 30 bucks. But I love them versus regular J hooks because they got this roller. And the roller helps keep my bar knurling here, keep it nice and sharp. And they're plastic, it ain't metal. I mean, 30 bucks for these things, man. I was like, shoot, yeah. I'm gonna start calling my gym on the cheap. Just got to get over this cough so I'll quit hurting my ribs so my life can get back to normal. I hear you, man. Yeah, you cough and it hurts. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Oh, sorry, gotta sing every now and then. You missed me, man. I was dancing earlier too. I'll be telling the church that. Which funny story. So I think it was a Thursday. I don't remember what, no, it wasn't Thursday, because Thursday's when I was doing. One night I got on here and I'm like, man, I'm gonna stream. I was streaming early on. I was trying to do YouTube and Twitch. And I was like, if I'm gonna do another one, I'm gonna stream to TikTok and Twitch. And I hit record or hit stream, whatever, and didn't realize I didn't change my settings from Sunday. And so I started streaming that workout to the church account, which ended up actually streaming the whole workout to the church account because I didn't know what was going on there. And but yeah, that was fun. Shannon's been doing really good at work. She's been working a lot though. So that's good, man. I mean, we don't all want to work a lot, I get that, but I mean, we like what work brings us. We like the money it brings us, right? And so I had the day off, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so I was blessed with that. And that's kind of my deal now anyway. It's like I'm trying to work in time off every month so that I have time to kind of recoup, relax a little bit, get some things done. It's like even today, having the day off, I was like, man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. I got hung up on doing a playlist stream on Twitch earlier. Yeah, I hear you. And so I didn't get everything done that I wanted to get done. I'm working on a new streamer.bot, to help do some of the things behind the scenes. And got some of that done though. Got some of it figured out. Realized why my stuff wasn't working Sunday when I was doing service. None of my stream element stuff was working at all. So all those technical difficulty stuff. Got our giving statements out to the donors to the church. Got them taken care of. Got a board meeting this coming Saturday, so it'll be a busy week. But I ain't complaining. It's all good. I am very blessed. The health's been good, all that. Stop my track. I need to walk over there. I'm getting ready to sign off. Getting a little late. Got to get up there, get my shower, get my shake, my snack before going to bed. I just want to say, appreciate you being on, Chill. Appreciate you, Curl Max, Clippy. Thank you for hopping on as well. Driven, if you're still on here as well. Thank you for lurking. Anybody else out there lurking, whatever. Make sure you connect with me through my Discord. I'm working on the faith and fitness part of the Discord right now. It's been our church channel, but faith and fitness is also my own thing on here. And if you're looking for a church, digital church, as I always say, we do Bible study on Thursday night, 7 o'clock Eastern. The Zoom link is in our Discord. We do church services, a full church service on Sunday, online only. That's all Innovate Church is online only. That is our church, seeking to connect the disconnected from church, those people that can't go, don't go for whatever reason. Like my wife suffers really bad anxiety, so she doesn't go to a physical church. We do digital church to reach and be community with those kind of people. And so thank you again, Driven, Chill, Curl Max, Clippy, all of y'all. Thank y'all for being on. Thanks for being supporters of us. And I'll be back on Wednesday night, 6:30. Like I said, chess night, fun night, right? And so with that, God bless y'all. Have a wonderful night, and we will see you next time.